When Visit California told me we got approval for this, I was shocked. But climbing cool architecture is kind of the same thing as climbing cool lines outside. I mean, I think any climber can relate to walking around an urban landscape and being like, oh, it'd be so cool to take this line up the building or that line up the building. It's just like walking through Yosemite in some ways and being like, oh, look at this boulder, or, you know, this line up El Cap or whatever. You know, as climbers, we're drawn to all the nice lines. Oh yeah, totally. Up the slab and then over on the lip. Yeah, it's like a reverse 510 version of Dreamcatcher. Yeah. The climbing was easy, but managing the numbness was so. I mean, being from California, I obviously love it there. I could live anywhere in the world, and I choose to stay there where I'm from. So, you know, with the Donwall story and with being a California native, it's just kind of a natural fit to travel around and just share how awesome California is. I don't know, I haven't followed like people's interpretation of it. I just spent a little bit of time with Adam in the valley and given him as much advice as I could on the tactics, because big wall tactics are a lot more complicated than you might otherwise realize until you try it, you know? Seems like people are confused his efforts to just fix ropes with actually like sending all the pitches. But right now, yeah, he's just totally gung-ho and wants to go ground up, fix lines, and check it all out. And so far, I think he's fixed ropes up to like the crux pitches, and I think he'll start working on them now. And it'll be curious to see if it comes together quickly or if he finds it challenging. All I know is that he didn't on-site it, so I'm happy. I don't know, it sure challenged Tommy and I for a long time. It pushed us to improve for years. And you know, we don't climb 15C, but it was hard for us. We're gonna climb together a little bit in Yosemite this month. He's there right now, and I'm headed there right after this. But he's really busy finishing his book. He's been working on a book for the last year and a half and just had a second kid. So his life's pretty hectic, but he's itching to climb, so we'll do some stuff. I mean, there's so many amazing routes from the 60s that were put up by Tom Frost and Chenard and Robbins that received free climbing attempts in the 70s and the 80s by guys like John Long and John Backer and Scott Cosgrove and all these guys. And they kind of showed the way for what might be freeable now. So my buddy Ben and I just did the west face of Sentinel, which is probably like 512 plus or something. And it was done 90% free, all but one pitch by Scott Cosgrove. And again, Largo tried it and John Backer tried it. So Ben and I were able to go up there and put that last piece of the puzzle in place and free this ultra classic 12 pitch kind of mini big wall that was put up in 1961. So I think there's a lot of routes like that. There's stuff on Higher Cathedral Spire that hasn't been freed like that, and lines all over the place that are not El Cap. And I've got some stuff on El Cap I want to check out as well. Man, by the sounds of it, all those kids were climbers. It's cool, it's cool. I mean, I remember little events like that can be really pivotal in a kid's life. You know, you see something and you get inspired by it, or you meet someone and you get inspired by them. And you never know like what trajectory things like that will have on a kid. I'm gonna come back in the summer. I'd really like to go to the Bugaboos to try that route that Matt Siegel and Will Stanhope put up, the Tom Egan Memorial route. So I think I'll be back in the summer to try that.